today on 15 on 15.
The Aruban government will be hiring employees to renovate the San Nicolas idled refinery. Plus, top photographer Raymond Rutting debuts the 40 Faces of Aruba. And Aruba opens a Center of Excellence. Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. According to the online news source Reuters, the Aruban idled refinery may soon be hiring staff as soon as April to repair the plant. PDVSA's affiliate Citgo is scheduled to sign a binding contract with the Aruban government to lease the refinery by the end of this month. The refinery in Aruba plans to start hiring workers in April to repair and upgrade the 235,000 barrel per day plant, while its proposed new operator, Citgo Petroleum, continues talks with the government to sign a contract to lease the idled facility. Talks between Citgo, Venezuela's PDVSA refining unit, and Aruba's government started last year for an agreement on a 25-year lease. A memorandum of understanding was signed in September in Houston, where Citgo is based, to explore upgrading and restarting the facility. Talks between the parties have progressed, but they are far from setting a date to begin restarting the refinery, which could last up to 2 years before production resumes for the first time since 2012. A team of Citgo technicians has been working since 2015 on a plan to restart and upgrade the plant. Former operator Valero Energy halted Aruba in 2012, keeping only its storage terminal operating, and in 2014 it classified it as abandoned. The U.S. company paid $465 million when it bought the refinery in 2004. Moving forward, following Obama's recent visit to Cuba, the cruise ship giant Carnival Cruise Lines has announced they will begin traveling to Havana as soon as May 1st. Aruba's cruise ship industry has just received a new big competitor. Carnival Corporation has just announced that Cuba has granted approval for the company to begin travel starting on May 1st of 2016. Following U.S. authorization in July 2015, Carnival Corporation is now cleared to operate the 704-passenger MV Adonia to Cuba through its newest brand, Fathom. This marks the first time in over 50 years a cruise ship is approved to sail from the United States to Cuba. Cuban authorities from Haventur Selimar, various other agencies, and Carnival Corporation signed this final agreement enabling cruising by Carnival Corporation on Monday. The announcement came on the same day President Barack Obama and Cuban President Raul Castro met in Havana, a historic gathering that marked a new era in relations between the two countries. President Obama and President Castro tussled over the differences on human rights and democracy, but pledged to keep working on a new path forward between their two countries. But this new cruise ship destination could be hitting our island pretty hard. Just last year, Aruba received over 60,000 visitors by ship, and the island has made substantial investments as of late into this industry. Although the imminent reopening of Cuba is a concern to the Aruba tourism industry, the Aruba Tourism Authority believes that the island will continue to hold a strong position in the Caribbean. In other news, speaking of cruise ship visitors in the downtown area, there is no longer a need to stop and ask for directions because now the Main Street's top points of interest have been displayed on a tourist-friendly map. As a part of upgrades in the downtown area, the Aruba Tourism Authority has introduced guides of points of interest in the region. Each sign has a directory of restaurants and shopping locations, a list of the 5 must-see beaches on the island, and the latest Aruban cultural attractions. Since the introduction of the Aruba information officers to areas with high tourist traffic, they have concluded that tourists have the most questions in relation to directions in the downtown area. This project consists of 8 three-phase signs starting at the cruise ship terminal and spread out all the way throughout the Oranjestad area. The second phase of this project will consist of installing signs to educate visitors on local monuments and history. We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. When we come back from the break, this is the making of the Faces of Aruba exposition. staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. In honor of Aruba's big anniversary this year, the world-renowned Dutch photographer Raymond Rutting released an exposition named The 40 Faces of Aruba. It features Aruba's natural beauty through the eyes of the locals and national talents. The final product of these portraits were debuted at the Hilversum Museum in the Netherlands, and each one of his photographs tells a piece of Aruba's story. The duo of local producers, namely Mario Gonçalves and Ken Wolf, documented the entire process from start to finish. Over more than 40 years ago, the professional photographer Raymond Rutting discovered his passion and quickly turned it into his career. Working in many different countries, especially in conflicting areas, has been an important part of Raymond's photographic message. He started off working for newspapers, and he decided later in his career to shift his focus to exhibitions, travel reportage, and art photography. He has worked with well-known publications such as the National Geographic and the New York Times. Now his latest creation, the Gezichten van Aruba, which is literally translated to the faces of Aruba, he starts off his journey by coming to our one happy island. He hopes to discover the 40 characters which represent the island's past, present, and future. His first subject is Arthur, a local fisherman. Together they sail to the blue waters to get the perfect snapshot. Thereafter, he continues to explore the island in search for interesting and unique characters along the way. From friendly donkeys to a young violinist, Aruban domino players, a coconut merchant, a top chef, and many more. The final exposition was showcased at the Hilversum Museum in the Netherlands, where island officials were present for the big reveal. To watch the entire documentary, you can visit the Wolf Productions page on Facebook. And staying on the topic of the 18th of March anniversary, the Aruba Airport Authority welcomed the island's biggest economic pillar in a unique way this year. Beauty pageant queens from around Aruba gave a special bombini to arriving tourists over the weekend. This year, the Aruba Airport Authority decided to celebrate Aruba's national flag and anthem day by handing out Aruba flags and Aruba-shaped cookies to arriving and departing passengers on March 18th. To make this day extra special for the passengers, Aruba Airport asked Aruba's reigning beauty queens dressed in traditional folkloric dresses to help hand out the gifts. Passengers were very delighted to see Aruban beauties and made use of the opportunity to take pictures and talk to our beauty queens. During this event, we were present together with Miss Aruba Nicole van Tellingen, Miss Aruba first runner-up Talia Cruz, Aruba's Carnival Queen Sukian Compra, Miss Teen Aruba International Hillary Gibbs, Miss Teen model Siobhan Mejia, and their dedication to this job. To add a special touch to this cultural day, AAA has decided to play only locally produced music throughout the terminal and for both arriving and departing passengers to hear. The CEO of the airport, James Fazio, commented that Arubas are proud of their airport and we're proud to be able to contribute to Aruba's cultural day. He would like to thank everyone who was part of this initiative, and seeing the results, he is sure that they will be continuing this tradition in festivities to come. We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. After the break, the UN Center of Excellence will be opening right here in Aruba. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Today, the P3A conference has come to an end. Over 37 leaders from developing island states around the globe have come together to share knowledge, experience, and expertise on climate change, social development, sustainability, and much more. A big reveal throughout the event was the opening of a Center of Excellence right here on the island, where all of this information will be gathered for the world to access. Next week, Aruba, in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program, will be opening a Center of Excellence for the Sustainable Development of Small Island Developing States. The center aims to strengthen innovation and resilience among small island developing states. It will offer a platform for South-South cooperation and the exchange of knowledge on renewable energy, public-private partnerships, water management, tourism, the environment, and health.
I hope that we can share the experience of Aruba with you, but also that you can share your experience with us, and that the UN and the the Department of Foreign Affairs of the Netherlands, who were so helpful. Karel, thank you very, very much for your support since Karel has been the ambassador for the Kingdom of the Netherlands in the UN. I must say the islands, the Dutch Caribbean, but all islands are getting a lot of attention. Karel has, and I think the Department of Foreign Affairs, a very special place for islands in their hearts and understand the challenges of islands. So together with this partnership with the UN, the Department of Foreign Affairs, I hope that we can deliver next week. Hopefully also together with the UNDP, we'll open the Center of Excellence in Aruba, where we will bring together all the knowledge in the area of sustainability, both in the area of energy, but also socioeconomic aspects of sustainability, sponsored by Richard, thank you very, very much, by the UNDP in Aruba. Again, a beautiful recognition for Aruba that the Center of Excellence is established in Aruba, and it is a Center of Excellence not just for Aruba, it's in Aruba, but it will accumulate all the information and knowledge around the world on how to create sustainable societies in all areas and make it available to the rest of the world. So as a small island, we are very happy that we can also contribute to bringing solutions to global challenges.
The United Nations has personally picked Aruba to start this Center of Excellence as a hub for small island developing islands. Although some regions may differ from one another in social, economic, or natural standards, they have much in common that can be utilized to move forward together towards a better future. According to Minister Mike Amon, the Center of Excellence will be inaugurated at TNO early next week. Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending Aruba topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in Tuesday night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See ya then.